hope this thing doesn't affect my beers. I hope it doesn't.
What's that?
The floof.
The floof. It is pretty like fluffy. Give it that.
Pretty cush.
But I think it was much needed. I like it. So everybody, welcome to Pub Time Live and in concert. So I think tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what makes a bar great. We've been to a lot of bars. We've spent a lot of time in a few different bars, but we've been to many bars all across this wonderful country. I'm sure that our friend Dick has been to many bars around the continent.
None of them are dive bars, though.
Well, they don't have to be a dive bar.
That's a meat thing.
That's a Ryan thing.
I'm kidding. There were plenty of dive bars.
No, it doesn't have to be that at all.
Let's be honest, they are the best.
I would say the best. That's a stretch. Would you rather go to a dive bar as as a regular? Would you want your regular place to be a dive bar, or is a dive bar better? Like if you're on vacation, are you looking for a dive bar?
Yes.
You are all the time.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that's probably, I feel like your answer would also be you want your regular bar to be a dive bar too.
Depends, though. You said vacation. So if I'm just going out to have a couple of drinks, fuck yeah, we're going dive bar. I want Tina. I want that bartender that's going to tell me her life story. You know what I mean? Like,
so obviously some people's definition of a dive bar is different. Because I feel like, you're familiar with the place that we used to hang out in Chillicothe, and some people would consider that a dive bar. We had a pretty good time at that place, but I didn't really consider it a dive bar.
Yeah, but maybe, compared to what other people have in mind. That little place you'd go to in Morton.
Now that place you guys hang out at in East Peoria, I consider that
gastropub. What, the Cool?
Yeah.
That's a dive bar, for sure. Yeah, our hometown has several dive bars.
But like I said, my bartender, I want Tina, currently has a restraining order against anyone. Okay, I think that's a prerequisite. I really don't want a smoking hot bartender. The older I get, I don't, because that just means it's going to take me longer to get my drink.
Because they're going to get stuck talking to people?
Everywhere.
Hey, Paul, what's up, man?
Love me some Paul.
All right. Mikey, man bun. I don't know. I'd consider yours more of a, I don't know. It's a mullet of sorts. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you put it up in a ponytail, that would be considered a man bun. Hopefully you only do that for your boyfriend. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm anti-man bun. Anti-man bun for sure. But it's definitely different. I think that if you have a ponytail, but you're wearing a cutoff T-shirt and drinking a domestic beer, listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd, totally different than if you have a man bun and you're wearing a flannel with skinny jeans and an IPA. Those are two very different men. Same haircut, different man. Would you not agree?
Explain the first guy again.
The first guy is a tuxedo T-shirt with no sleeves, drinking an ice cold domestic beer of some kind.
Yeah.
Listening to Southern rock. I mean, that's a totally different man than flannel shirt, man bun, IPA.
Wife's jeans.
Skinny jeans with boots that have never seen mud.
Are you saying that guy doesn't go mudding?
He probably had different kind of mudding, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Oscar and Katie, what's up? Are you guys in the studio still? What's going on over there?
Oscar and Katie, welcome to Pub Time Live from across the pond. That's awesome.
Cheers.
Yeah, here you go. We'll have one for you guys.
No, but yeah, like I said, I guess it all depends. If we're going on a date somewhere, me and my wife, maybe a little nicer bar. But
I think there's a fine line, like when you talk about a bartender that's got a story to tell, I think that could go either way. because especially if you're on vacation and you're trying to have a good time. I like someone who's social, who's like, hey, where you from? Oh, you should check this place out. You know, that'll interact. But I do not like the person that's going to stand there and talk to you, probably because everyone else there has heard her story 100 times, and now you are going to hear it.
You're that guy. That's fine, though.
I don't know. I mean, because unlike us, you know, the listeners probably think that Dick is a very nice man, but you know, you and I would probably sit there and just suffer through it. Where Dick would like probably say something like, maybe you should get the fuck out of here." But Dick and Dayton 2024, I love it. I'm in. We'll have to ride it in.
No, thank you.
All right, Beck, let's do that. Top 3. EP, Morton, Washington. Go.
Bars?
Dives.
Oh, gosh, it's been so long. I go, but just from the day. Well, the number 1 was the Cooler, for sure.
And then I'm going to
go ahead.
Unique.
I've only been there like one time, and it was honestly depressing.
It is.
Because I walked in there, and I didn't like, I like a bar that's got some character. You know, I totally...
That bar has characters.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I walk in there and I'm like, these people live here. I mean, they may go sleep somewhere else, but I guarantee you they're here as soon as the door opens, and they probably lock it on their way out. Just depressing. Probably spend every dime to their name in the place.
That's a good dive bar. I don't know what to tell you.
I think a good dive bar has a mix of regulars and, you know, your once a monthers. But the Unique is not that.
No, it's Unique for a reason.
And I'm down with that though. That's a good one. The other one, I don't.
Have you ever been to Marty's Center Tap?
No, I don't think I've ever been to a bar in the Bottoms.
What?
And there's the one that looks like a house, isn't there?
Yeah, it changes.
Or used to. I don't even know if they're still there.
No, it most definitely still resides.
Big Nell would probably have to fill us in on the finer
used
bars.
To have what was that one, Dick? Calcutta Club or Cutta Club? You remember Cata Club, maybe? That they knocked down when they put in all that new shit down there. Cata Club is what I think it was.
Oh, you got me there.
Used to be right there, but like Mark Small Engines, and there's right next door is Drinks R Us. Like there was plenty to choose from. The Valley Tap.
I didn't spend nowhere near as much time down there as I should have.
It's true.
The Variety Club.
Variety Club, exactly. So we talk about dive bars. Like you walk in, there's like a smell of stale piss and warm beer.
Absolutely, I know the smell. I know the smell.
Live and die in the Bottoms.
I believe that.
Morton. Got The Office.
Not too many quote-unquote dive bars in Morton are actually dive bars. I mean, The Office.
Can we count the Country Saloon? It's real
that
close.
Might be.
Real close
That's
to the line.
Close enough.
We'll take
close
it.
Close enough.
We're going to need it. Probably the Bull.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest are probably a little more...
ritzy.
Snooty.
Man buns welcome.
Yeah, gastropubs.
The gastropubs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In Washington, number one's got to be Kirk's Corner.
Yeah. I've heard some crazy stories about that place, but I've never been.
And I would say Christie's.
What would the other one be? I don't know much about
the other one's right there by the high school. What's the one by the high school?
Well, the one by the high school, is that
Katie's?
Oh, gosh. No, well, maybe. I don't know, but you're forgetting about Parrish's Pub on the square.
Yeah. So I'm curious about in general, what makes a bar great? And I don't think that there's one answer. I think this could maybe differ depending on the circumstances, the occasion, or whatever. But there are a lot of factors that go into this. Like I said, I like a bar that has some character. You know, that's been around for a while. That's a little. That's well used.
I've told you numerous times. The Village Tap in Deer Creek.
I've been there.
From the outside, huge piece of shit. Huge piece of shit.
What's that?
It said Chuck E. Cheese serves beer if you're looking for some character.
Friday. Oh, you know what I mean. Friday, when I say character.
Friday, I got talked into this. Friday, me and my little girl, we have a date. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Nice.
Try and talk her into food somewhere else, but she wants to eat the fucking pizza from the Rat. But we'll see. I'm going to try to go early.
Yeah.
Maybe skip all the fist fight.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
At least have a couple beers so you have a fighting chance to get out of there.
No, I got a fighting chance. I got a good feeling.
So, like I said, I like a mix of regulars, but then also it's not all regulars. I think it's uncomfortable if you walk into a bar and everyone else is just like, they look like
Chuck E. Cheese is
who the fuck are you? Why are you here?
What's the number one thing you guys all look for in a bar?
The number one thing?
Number one. Yeah. If we're doing a 5 for 5, what would be your number one thing?
I mean, cheap beer usually goes a long ways, but what's yours?
Just the service.
But you don't know.
I just want that beer faster. Oh, I do.
But you don't know.
I do.
I'm saying I mean, once you're there, sure, if you've been there before.
If I've sat and listened to Tina's story about how, her old man, they got the restraining order, got the 3 kids at home, she works at another bar on Tuesdays just to make up for this. Like, I'm weaseling my way in. Like, I'm making sure my drinks are coming. And I'm going to drink enough beer that I can sit and listen to this story.
No, I get what you're saying there, but I mean, if you've never been to a bar, you wouldn't know if the service is worth a shit unless you looked up Google reviews or something. Feeling welcome, yep, Paul, that's right. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You walk in and people look at you like you don't belong there. You've got a story like that, but that can be saved for another day.
Oh, buddy. God damn it. I was definitely the minority.
And you've always been the type of person that you'll just walk into any bar, anywhere. I will not.
No, but you'll fucking have us travel an hour away to walk into said bar.
Yeah, that's true.
Place downtown guys told me it's great. Station house. Let's go.
I just said, God, for the 1,000th time, I said, hey, I just know how to get to downtown. I'm sure there's some bars there. We could just park and walk in the first bar we see.
Yeah. Somehow the first bar you choose, you have to be wearing a ball gag to get in. Like,
it's too bad I forgot mine at home.
Fuck.
That's all right. They have one in case you forgot yours.
This place looks great. All the other guys like it.
I think that, like Billy said, service, drink specials, those are 2 good ones.
And fucking no live music.
And yeah, I know there's a time and a place for live music, but
outside
or in a bigger place, or if you're going out for that sort of party environment, I guess. Like you go to Nashville, you go to a bar, you live music, it's awesome, it's fun, everybody's into it. But no, I agree. Like, the bar we used to go to is the size of this room, and if there was a live band, like you couldn't even hear yourself think for 4 hours, and they usually weren't very good either. And then of course they bring their spouses and their 6 friends along that are usually assholes. So, and then like the one groupie they have, which is usually fun to watch.
Depends on how many drinks I've had.
What's your thought on, do you like being at a bar if there's karaoke going on? What's your thoughts on bar karaoke?
Oh, I can't sing worth the fuck.
I know, yeah, but I mean, like, do you mind being at a bar if there's karaoke happening?
Worse than live music, yeah.
It's usually not as loud as live music.
Well,
because it doesn't have all the instruments, the drums and shit.
Some of them are as confident as those independent bands. So that part's like, you get a little enjoyment out of it, but you get those people that just go up there and start wailing, and it's like, oh geez, I can't do this anymore.
I think there's different degrees of karaoke, or there is person who's really talented and is pleasant to listen to,
but still plays the same song every time they sing.
That's usually what it is too, right? And that's the deal. If you're like a regular at a bar, you go there, the person, the same person every Wednesday, they get up and sing the same old song. every time. Yeah, that does get old for sure. But they probably like doing it, so I try not to hate on too much. But then the person who's not very good but thinks they're good and gets up there like they're going to be the next American Idol, that might be the worst one. The person that thinks they're good but is really bad. And I'm not talking about like...
I've seen a couple of those videos.
I mean, really bad.
It happens, man. I mean... But I also would say if there was one song I was really good at...
Just sing it over and over again, yeah.
You bet your sweet ass I would.
Yeah. There's always
Sex Pistols.
There's always Mustang Sally guy.
Maybe that's what we need to have. Maybe we need to have Pub Time Live Karaoke Edition.
Suspicious Minds, I'll take it.
I'll take it. No, we get everybody else on here singing. But
little Sid and Nancy, hell yeah, Paul, bring it on.
It's funny, though. If you get someone who's bad, they know they're bad, and they're just up there having a good time with it, that's fun, too, I think.
I think it's really fun if you're with a large group and some of the people from your group are getting up there and making asses of themselves.
Right. That's a fair point.
Yeah,
I like that.
I guess if you're going to a bar, usually they are karaoke bars, and 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna steer clear of those. Which sucks. The old lady, she likes to sing. She's pretty good at it. I'm not, so I would not. You know, that's not something I'm seeking out. I just want cold beer, sports on the TVs.
Yeah. It always threw me off going to the bar and they've got like the news on. That's how you know people are spending too much time there.
Yeah.
They're watching the fucking news.
Show me what the weather's going to be like.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Tabby.
She might be on there. You better watch. Could be the voice.
That's when you say America might have talent, but this bar does not. So what about, are you at games, darts, shoot a pool?
Oh, pool for sure. A good old shuffleboard.
I tell you what, you don't see them. I get why bars don't have them because they take up.
Space.
Yeah, it's a lot of space.
Not big money. Not big money.
No. But
golden tea.
I tell you what, get the fuck out of here. I love some golden tea.
Then go to the fucking arcade.
Golden tea is a good fucking time. No, there's nothing better than sitting there with 3 or 4 guys having some beers and playing golden tea. I'm telling you, golden tea is the shit. If Kevin was on here right now, he would be agreeing completely. Golden tea is the shit.
Whatever, soy boy. What about Silver Strike? I will have
Silver Strike. No. The bowling game, no.
Bowling belongs in there long before fucking golf does.
No, golden tea.
Thank you, sir.
Shit, man.
Put that one up there.
Yep. That's a good one. But I think that, is that a thing? I mean, that's a good question, Paul, that I have. Is that a thing in the UK? Are there games in bars?
Darts are big over there.
In your hands and clapping?
Do they do that in the bars? Depends on.
Paul does. He don't give a fuck.
No, I'm always curious about those types of things, like what's different. I know there's a lot of shit that's different, but what sort of thing, especially like a bar, you know? So do they have darts, do they have pool, or is it just strictly we don't have space to waste on that unless it goes towards, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'd be surprised how much is it actually the same.
Well, tell us. Fill us in.
I've never been overseas or in England, but I'm
across the pond.
I'm saying I think you'd be surprised at how similar it actually is.
You've only been across the river.
The Rio Grande.
That's enough.
The Rio Grande. Yeah, not that river.
That river. Shit. No games to be played over there either.
No.
What about now? Do you prefer a bar that is strictly a bar, or more of the like bar and grill?
Yes, you'll fight to
style.
It's a mood thing. Same deal.
Right.
I'm going to get fucked up. I want pizza is the only thing offered at this bar.
You don't want to be up there getting hammered drunk in your cut-off sleeve tuxedo T-shirt while there's a family of 6 sitting at the table behind you.
I have no problem with that. But
you know what I mean? It's just like clashing of two worlds.
Where it's a give and take. So whereas maybe I'm giving a little bit on the drinks, you know, for better food, 9 times out of 10, I'd rather have the rather have the drinks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I tend to agree.
Because most places you could go sit down and eat and order a beer, you know.
You know what games we haven't talked about at bars at this point are the poker machines.
What about Ship Captain and Crew?
That's
the dice. A real game right there.
Oh no, this is not a dangerous game. Eating pizza after you've been drinking is it's like the cherry on top for me. Just makes everything better. Absolutely. So Paul says, it's a waste of banter time playing darts, pool cards. I'd rather take the piss out of my mates or chat about how short that girl's skirt is. Touche. Makes you sleepy. That's when you just gotta drink more beer. Chase that slice of pizza with a shot of whiskey.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
That is dangerous. That's a dangerous game. Absolutely, it is.
Oh, fuck. Put it up there just for Dick so Dick can read it. God damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll let you and Mike sit here and share this love affair.
Waffle House or bust.
It's like a sore Peter.
What's that?
You can't
Dick's
beat
out?
You can't beat it.
Says who?
I was about to say. Rub the skin off that thing if you want to.
Jeez. Oh God, I know some other goofy ass things about bars. What about you go to a bar.
How many times have you shown up and won the drawing?
Never.
I've had that happen a couple times at places I really don't usually reside.
Yeah, never.
Like on a Wednesday night,
yeah.
You know.
Nope. Never won a drawing. You know, they always have like Super Bowl boards and stuff like that.
I'm saying just like that usual weekly drawing, you know, but you only get that at smaller dive bars.
Well, and it wouldn't surprise me with, I wonder if that's still a thing, because with all these poker machines now being regulated by the government, they probably put the kibosh on anything else in there that could resemble gambling.
Where you could be spending money that goes in our pockets.
Right.
And order Bam Bam. Love it.
Yeah, well, Paul, we'll have to get you on here, man. We'll have to bring you on the live one of these weeks.
Yeah, fuck, we'll do some Bam Bam together.
Oh, man. What you got there? You say Michelob Ultra. That's all that's in the house tonight, huh, Dick?
Yeah.
Guy.
Terrible.
Did Ryan drink all your Modelo? Probably.
No, I didn't. No, I never. I had a couple the other day. I stopped by, and I ate more of his chicken nuggets than I ate his fucking
What?
Modelo.
Did you buy that stuff you sent us a picture of, that skinny can Modelo?
No.
Did you pick it up?
Oh, no. That's my wife's bringing a couple of cases of that back from San Antonio.
Oh.
That was at the store in Texas.
That what she's been drinking.
Yeah, she's drinking it on the way home.
That's pretty good, huh?
I don't know. She hasn't had it. She just picked up a couple cases to bring back.
Drinking on the way home, I like that. That's always been my opinion. If you're gonna get nailed for being drunk while driving, you might as well be drinking while driving.
Yeah.
I'm going to call horse shit on that. I've always said first 2 or 3, that's bullshit. That's a misdemeanor. I am just drinking while driving. I'm not drunk yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would have no problem just cracking open a beer, go where I'm going. Fuck you. Pull me over. I am drinking while driving. I'm not drunk while driving.
True. No, but I'm saying if you're already driving when you probably shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, you might as well have
that's what I'm
saying. Fuck it.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, we've already crossed that bridge, so
yeah. That's kind of what I'm saying. Oh, fuck.
At least in my worries.
Yep. Not that it makes it, I don't know, right by any means, but got going on there, Paul?
To your sweetheart. Is your sweetheart the one in your picture, Paul?
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll get you on here, Paul. For sure.
No, best part about some good bars is that Bam Bam that he's referring to. I mean,
when you can't get in the bathroom because somebody's...
When you go into some bars and the mirror in the bathroom spent more time on top of the toilet than it has on the wall, I mean, it's not a bad place to be.
It's debatable.
It's not a bad place to be.
I mean, it's probably
if you're okay with that, you could definitely piss outside.
No, but I'm saying it's one of those things that it's like being around drunk people. Being around drunk people is annoying unless you're one of them too. You know what I mean? That's probably like that.
When's the last time you were around Rick James and you weren't Rick James?
I never.
Oh, you have. You just don't know it.
That's probably true. No, I mean like to that
I think
extent.
Most of the time they hide it pretty well.
Usually. Or they're licking their...
From their children.
Gums.
And their wives.
That's great.
What's the AstroTurf for?
I'd be like trying to take a line out of the carpet. Like,
why not?
I'm just saying it probably inhibits things a little bit. That's why I said it's a deterrent, I imagine. Well, half of it's going to be stuck in there.
Just put it in a pile. Fuck it. They can't take your keys away from you, Paul.
I've heard those stories about bars, and maybe it was some European country, I thought, where they said they have like blue lighting in the bathroom so that junkies can't see their veins. But you think that really deters them? If they're that determined, they'll find it.
Yeah, fuck, I could find it right now in blue light.
They're willing to miss a couple times, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not the first time.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I don't know. Not a big fan.
No, especially not a second and third time.
Right?
Get a good healthy slug. There you go. We'll fill that key up. Fuck, I don't know what to tell you. Just put a spoon on your key ring.
Oh, man.
No, but yeah, the Hayron. I'm not a big fan of needles, especially not for recreational purposes.
I can't imagine, no. So we talked about bars we like. What type of bars do you not like? Piano bars.
Oh,
obviously.
Number one. That's probably number one on my list.
Or the time we were at the state wrestling tournament and went to Hula Hands, that fancy bar.
Yeah,
and
fuck that place.
We asked for a Busch Light, and the waitress said, or waiter, it was a man.
It was definitely a waitress.
That was a dude.
No, it was.
It was a man, might as well have been a waitress, correct. Said, we don't serve that river water here. And I think we left at that point. We were like, well, I came back from the bathroom, and you guys were getting up.
Oh, yeah, shit was over.
But it was definitely time to go, for sure, at that point. What about you, Dick? What kind of bars do you steer clear of?
Are my turnoff? I guess I don't really know. It depends on the mood at that point in time.
I mean, are there bars you walked into and turned around and walked out of?
I can't think of any right offhand. I usually stay for at least a couple.
Yeah, even at the gay bar, we stayed for a beer, I think.
Then maybe two, to be honest. Had to see what Mike Singletary was doing later.
Yeah,
Jim didn't follow us though, so.
Now, Paul, all it would do, all to join, it's basically just a matter of us sending you a link, man. That's really about it. It's that easy.
Maybe that's what we'll do next week. Maybe we'll go across the pond.
Yeah, that'd be good.
See what Paul's up to.
Next Tuesday?
Live in concert.
Set up?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. What do you think, Paul? Next Tuesday, you in? Oh man.
No, I definitely, I would say, walking into a bar and everybody, you stick out like a sore dick. You know what I mean? Service sucks. I'm not a fan of any of those things. I want the cooler and fuck, you could walk in there bloody. You know what I mean? You could walk in there covered in blood. They'd sit down, they'd still pour you a drink, like, oh, bad day, huh? You know what I mean? Right. Like, there wouldn't even be a second question about why you're covered in blood.
Oh, we are now dickless. That's too bad. That's a shame. No, you're right, though. The cooler was always a place where we saw all sorts of interesting individuals wander into that place over the years.
You remember the time you helped that handicapped man put his pants back on? I think you stayed.
Yes, I do.
You were in there for a minute.
No, the door was open.
No,
listen. So he was hammered drunk. He goes into the bathroom. He's in there for a while. And then all of a sudden we hear boom. And we open the door and he's literally laying flat on his back. His head is like hanging off that little ledge to come out the door. And his dick's hanging out. His pants are like pulled up, but not all the way or whatever. And
it was the craziest thing watching you close that zipper with your teeth. So I was like, God damn it, son. How you do that?
I felt bad. I was just like, do we at least need to cover it up or something?
Here, I'll cover it with my mouth real quick. Sees. You gonna let Dick back in or you gonna leave him in timeout?
Maybe leave him in the green room.
I just wanted to see if you guys were going to say anything bad about me.
No.
Usually
you sound very quiet now, though.
What'd you do?
Oh, really? Nothing.
There you go.
I just I was freezing up again, so I tried to reset it, and it didn't click right back in.
Oh, that's weird.
I thought maybe you were going to put the mask and the cape on. I was hoping. That'd have been the shit if you'd have came back like that. I would have had to piss myself.
Yes. Get the mask on. So that's what we'll have to dress up for Halloween this year.
So let's go back to you suck starting this.
Mentally handicapped man.
In the bathroom of the cooler.
I was trying to breathe some life into him.
Yeah,
we called the ambulance, you remember?
He perked right up after that.
They took him out on a stretcher.
Yeah, I do remember. He was wild that day, man. That was like middle of the day, too. That was a Saturday.
Was it?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 o'clock.
I thought it was like a weeknight.
The whole balloon thing.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was wild. Him and Mark. He was sitting next to old Pissy Pants.
I remember that. Like, I remember one of the first times I was down there and I hear Mary starts, the bartender, she's screaming at him. Like, I fucking told you last time, next time you piss yourself in here,
you're out.
And I'm like, the next time? Like,
yeah, no shit. What about the first time? Yeah, I remember he's running his mouth one time, and I was like, definitely ain't listen to this fucking shit from a guy sit here and piss his pants in front of everybody.
No shit. God, he was an asshole, too.
I would be, too, if I pissed my pants. Are you kidding me? I'd be mad at everybody.
But you'd think if you fucking... If that was you probably wouldn't give a shit about anybody at that point. No, definitely not.
Best part is he's probably no longer with us.
Oh, that's probably true. I don't know though, man. Some of those types, they're fucking cockroaches. They live forever.
Like Lester. I need to dig that guy up. I need to see if he's still alive.
I bet he is. He's probably sleeping on a pool table near you. On a pool table, under a pool table.
He's probably at Kirk's Corner right now.
Wouldn't surprise me. You got
how he survived that house fire still blows my mind.
Right?
Because when that guy would leave that bar, I mean, he is fucking toast. So for the fact he would go lay down and go to sleep, and his house, apartment catch on fire, and he somehow makes it out, I have no clue how that happens.
Who was it that lived in that apartment above EP's?
Lester.
Was it?
Yeah. Because his place burnt, his house was literally right there.
Yeah, yeah.
It burned up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember though that. I don't know how somebody. I think I'd been there probably more than once, and Mark pissed himself.
Oh fuck! Just about every time you see him,
he's so drunk.
I can't imagine being that drunk. Like I drink. Maybe I just don't drink to that point. I don't know. Like
I've gotten so drunk. That's been a long time, but I've gotten so drunk a few times where I've woken up in my own piss.
But not every day of my life. Like adults now that fucking drink and get out of whack. I can't comprehend. I can't comprehend that.
Well, I mean, some could say the only reason people like you and me don't get out of whack is because we are professionals. We're well seasoned.
But you watch how much they take in.
Right.
I wouldn't do that on the regular.
No, I wouldn't. I don't.
To the point where I'm fucking slobbering on my fucking self and shit. Fuck all that.
No, I agree. Yeah, there was one time, man.
Marathon, right?
Went back home.
Not a sprint.
There's a nice young lady that was kind enough to stay with me through the night to make sure that I was okay. And woke up in the early morning, and I'm like,
you were hoping she was a squirter,
laying in a puddle of my own piss. And I remember just being like, kind of nudging her, like, hey, you should leave. Like, you should get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
You pissed the bed again. Time to go.
I was like, yep, you should probably leave now.
Ryan, have you had a lot of door knockers this week?
That was actually me, Dick.
With what?
No. What about this week?
Let
them kids have fun.
Oh, the roofing.
There's probably a flaming bag of shit on your door and you don't even know it.
It's probably the Polacks next door.
No, we got those roofing companies walking around every night now.
Oh, well, if we're looking for hail damage.
Yeah.
What has Central Illinois' finest roofer been?
Oh, I'm sure. I've been here twice.
Free inspection.
Always free. I just got a new roof a few years ago.
Probably need another one. No, they're looking at Dick's because half his ridge is in the neighbor's yard.
It's gonna be blown off anyway.
I tell you what, on Saturday, man, it was nuts. I remember I was staying upstairs looking out the window here, and I'm like, Jesus. I couldn't even see across the street. I couldn't even see my truck.
Speaking of, I still vividly see that hair.
From Moose's?
Fuck, man. That would have been a game changer.
Did you tell Dick?
Go ahead.
All right, so
Dick how big a boy I was.
It serves you right.
We went to Chef Moose's for some delicious Mediterranean food.
Debatable. Yours all tasted good.
You said yours. You enjoyed the shit out of yours.
Yeah.
Come on now. So, anyways, Ryan sits down. He's eating or whatever, and I see he kind of sits and he sits back and he like takes a deep breath, and I'm like, oh shit. And he's like, I'm just trying to I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that, whatever. And I'm like, and apparently he found a hair in his Euro meat. And,
I was tied around that bitch, like she knotted it up, like she was fishing.
God.
I just grabbed it and threw it on the ground.
Did you call her hun?
Twice.
He did. It's too bad you missed breakfast because he called that lady hun at least 10 times.
She loved every minute.
And he said he'd call her hun, then she'd walk away, and he goes, I bet she's in the back. You think she's in the back spitting in my food right now? So he probably went back and told that lady to overcook our country fried steaks is what she did because those motherfuckers were burnt.
Oh,
yeah, they obviously weren't fucking paying attention.
What's that?
I had the worst hash browns ever there the week before.
Oh.
They were like borderline French fries.
Jesus. But anyways, Ryan hung in there and still finished his meal.
I even ate the one that it came out of.
He did.
I threw it to the side.
There's never just one hair. There's got to be more.
That's all right. She went down the hatch.
She looked clean.
Yeah, Mimo wasn't too bad.
Oh, man. Okay.
No, but I gutted through that. That was a big boy moment.
It was a big boy moment. It absolutely was.
I wish you would have faced the same thing I faced, but
dude, there have been a lot of times I've come across that, and I'm just like, a
fucking wig like
whatever.
That.
It's weird if it gets tangled around your tongue, but you just get it, work it out, and swallow it. It's all good. You just move on.
Like I said, there's certain moments where I am not phased. Fine. It could be a whole
what?
Buckwheat. I mean, I could go set to like a fucking cat spitting out a hairball. No issue. It's in my food. Big issue.
What's the difference?
All right, I'm gonna tell you this traumatic story. Okay. Me and Dooley, we're probably 14.
Okay, sorry. No one else knows the story. I do. Go
14, 15 years old. I live right next door to Monocle's. I get me a tortellini supreme. They bake it in the oven, little cheese on top. Delicious, okay? We're high as fuck. I mean, probably higher than we should have been at the time. I'm dying, waiting for this thing. We get her home, and I'm just mowing down. I mean, I am putting that tortellini in my mouth as fast as I can. I finish. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, got a bit of an issue. Start to get a little bit of a heave. I go in the bathroom, and I start puking. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, maybe I just ate too fast. About halfway through, something is like choking me from the inside. And I pull this hair out. And I mean, if that sumbitch was 2 inches long, it was 15 inches long. Long, curly. I mean, I gagged the whole way pulling it out of my mouth, man.
That would be terrible.
I vacated everything inside my body.
I'll bet.
It was traumatic. I mean, PTSD right there. PTSD. It ruined my life.
I remember one time I got I was still like, I don't know, probably like 10 years old or something. And we went to McDonald's, and I think I had a quarter pounder with cheese, and I took a bite into it, and it like stopped. Ooh. And it was one of those little plastic clips that goes on the end of like a package of bread or whatever. You know, it looks like it's like a square with a hole in it that goes on like
in the sandwich.
Was in the sandwich. It's bit right out. Stop. Pull it right out of my mouth.
I ordered a soda.
Foreign objects be fine.
I ordered a soda at McDonald's one time and drank most of it and I don't know what caused me to open the lid, but I opened the lid and the plastic piece that screws onto the machine, like the little plastic nozzle, had broken off and fell into my drink.
Jeez.
It had to be I'm sure that thing had nasty slime all over it.
Oh, it would be fine.
We ordered sandwiches one time in my former place of employment from, I thought it was Michael's. It's either Michael's or Avanti's. And, you know, half a sub or whatever the deal. And one of the guys goes to open his up and, like, opens a sandwich, put, like, some mayo on it, and there's a fucking, like, rusty-ass bobby pin sitting in his sandwich. No shit.
Did everybody else check their sandwiches?
I had already had one. I'd already eaten. Must have went down just fine if I had one. But yeah, that was terrible.
I'm sure the people at both of these places would like you to remember distinctly which one it was.
That's probably true. I had all three people listening. You know, I mean, the three people listening probably aren't even living in the vicinity of attending one of these places. That's okay. I really want to say it was Michael's.
I believe that. I've never had anything wild from Avanti's.
No, I haven't either.
Love that place.
No, it's
Chinese one with a black curly pube on.
Well, I had a Lebanese one with a black curly pube on it. I about lost my life. I was trying to stay strong for my child sitting next to me. Mama didn't raise no bitch. I had to cut it out.
Son, this is how you behave when you find a stranger's hair in your food.
Fuck. I should have walked back there and gave it back to her. We see what the soup Nazi did then.
I'd be curious what you'd say. No.
You brought that hair with you.
You say our hair, no your hair.
So the best
Seems legit.
The absolute best part about this is the worst thing that could ever happen at a restaurant to Ryan is
happened the first time Brad takes me to this place.
And Brad has been trying to take you to this place and raved about it for months, if not years. And now he finally gets you there and this happens.
No, I will say the food was good. The experience, it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never had anything weird. I told you, though, that time, honestly, that's been the least of all of my experiences there. I thought the food was a little cold almost. Like, we went at a weird time too, but like still, you should get fresh food. It's like we got the like whatever was just hanging around after the lunch rush or something.
Yeah, most of it was like
it was like lukewarm. Yeah, it just wasn't. That's for real. That's the poorest quality I've ever.
You said the fucking bread. The bread was supposed to be this.
I thought the pita bread's really. It is better when it's fresh, and it was not. But
that's why I'm so hesitant sometimes when people ask me like, "Oh, where's a good place to go eat this?" or "Where's a good place to go eat that?" Because just because I may have had a good experience there or I like the food doesn't mean that you're going to like the food or you're going to have a good experience.
That's true.
I have zero. Anybody that's listened to this podcast for any amount of time, I have zero problems giving people bad advice. I'll fucking send them wherever. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
I'm trying to think of what the worst piece of advice you've ever given me was. I have to think about that one. I'll chew on that for a while.
Oh, fuck it. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I said I have to chew on that for a while. I'm trying to think if there's a restaurant you told me to go to.
Steered you wrong.
Hey guys, hey. I almost sent you guys. I returned to the scene of my highly unprofessional drunken ramblings yesterday for lunch. I went back to the barbecue place. So
they don't even fucking sell. Stop saying it.
The funny part was that we got seated, and then the first person that came to give menus was the woman manager who I stood and argued with for 5 minutes. And she just looked at me kind of strange, and I just tried to hope she wouldn't remember me. She didn't say anything or whatever, but then our food everything took a really long time. So I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe they recognize me, and they're like, fuck that guy. We're just going to drag this out.
Did the beer come fast? You didn't drink beer?
No, I just had water. But I had the brisket tacos. They were really good. I was happy with them. They're legit.
That's horseshit.
They're better. Okay, I'm about to piss you off. They're better than some tacos I've had at a couple like legit Mexican places.
Yeah, that should piss you off. Because you're the one telling me all these fucking rules for tacos and this and that.
What rules?
It's got to be corn, can't be flour. It's got to be this, can't be that.
I mean, real taco is on a corn tortilla.
Tacos.
A real taco is on a corn tortilla.
Were these on corn tortillas?
Hey, you used to rave about, I remember, I'll never forget, this guy, I'm not taking taco advice from someone whose favorite Mexican restaurant up until probably 5 years ago was Taco John's.
Hey, listen here, motherfucker. How many times did I bring you some burritos?
You did.
Hey, I'm not fucking argue with it then.
You're right. What do you guys?
Yeah, I'm getting in there, son. Yeah, you're right. And that's because Kentucky only provided so many opportunities. And Taco Juan's right next door, basically. Had a bit of a hookup.
Yeah. You had a hookup at almost every restaurant in that town at some point in time or another.
You got to know somebody, except for Dumpy's. You remember Dumpy's?
Yes. Who names a restaurant Dumpy's?
Somebody got clipped there. That's what put her under.
No, was the Hilltop Grill? It was something else when that happened. But who, of all things, and I don't care, it was like a relative's name, a dead grandpa's name.
Granddaughter.
But who names a restaurant Dumpy's? Hey, what's a name that's really going to captivate the public? It's going to let them know that there's delicious food here. I got it. Dumpy's. No.
The funny part is most people said it was pretty good.
It'd be the name of a porter potty company.
Dumpy's. I love it. You're on to something. Shut up. You're talking too much. If this podcast thing doesn't take off, we're going straight into the shit business.
Dumpy's. That's what Rodney was in the Porta John business, wasn't he?
Probably still a little bit. Probably. He's good.
There's always a demand for it. We can get somebody drop one off in your driveway. Shit. That's the plan there. We got to get a hookup.
Dumpy's.
Paul, have a good night, man. I know it's probably pretty late for you over there. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll get you on here next week, fella.
Yep. Get ramped up, Paul. Be good times next week.
Get Paul up here real quick. Sounds like, Dick, is your heart beating really fast?
Well, you know what? I just tapped the stand that my mic's sitting on.
Yeah, it sounds like your heart is racing.
Man, this thing's touchy.
That happens every time you see Ryan.
Definitely inside of me. And I have sleeves on tonight, so
Skips a beat.
I don't even know what to blame it on.
My dad has an artificial valve in his heart, which basically just means it's made of some whatever space grade plastic, and if it's really quiet and you're sitting in like fairly within a couple feet of them, you could hear it. It's like ticks, like as those flaps are closing, you hear it. It's weird. It sounds like a ticking time bomb.
How close to your father are you?
You don't have to. I mean, like it could be this far. Like if there's no other noise,
What he really wants to say is when he lays his head on his dad's
chest. You lay your head upon your father's chest. No, like you could be.
I was wondering because
like you could be this far. I'm dead serious.
Lie.
No, I swear to God.
That's a goddamn lie.
Hold on, Dad. Shh. Be quiet.
Rick, gotta hope you're on here. Please comment.
Dad, let Ryan lay his head upon your chest.
Your bosom.
No, but he does. I was like, well, fuck. I guess if it stops ticking, I'll know you're dead. Like, I mean, because you just I mean, there's sometimes. I mean, I'll hear it in the kitchen. He just walks out. I just hear it. It's just
I'll
weird.
Be right back. You and Dick, I gotta get a beer. I should have filled the cooler up. No cooler.
No cooler. Get you a mini fridge in here.
It's not on.
Probably.
Like
I probably burn all my bridges that could provide a mini fridge, but
it's not run on like AA batteries or anything, is it?
The cooler or the fridge?
The heart valve.
Hey, there you go, Paul. No, it's not. It's just purely like it's a valve. It's the aortic valve, and it just when his heart beats and pushes blood, it naturally just the pressure of it flaps these two flaps open, and then it closes on its own. There's no batteries. It's whatever. It's hydraulically powered. Is that how you?
What bedtime story does he read you when you listen to this?
He just reads the script from Rudy.
Hey, whatever gets you off, bud. Touche, Paul. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
I'm going to wear my favorite shirt for you next week, Paul. You'll love it.
It's awesome, man. Get Paul to stop in. What happened to Danny?
Danny boy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still out there.
Is he?
Still waiting for him and Dick to have a nice presidential debate. He's all wrapped up. Danny's wrapped up right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely wrapped up in the whole FBI raid. He's in it to win it right now, so.
Like I told you guys the other day, I think that in the case of our former president, that he is either the most honest person that's absolutely trying to blow the top off of something that's been horribly corrupt for years, and he's like the only person trying to be honest, and they're trying to make him look crazy and nuts, or he is the worst human being on earth that is absolutely crazy and nuts. I mean,
well, you feel like they'd give him a little cover then because he fits in with the rest of them.
Well, maybe that's what they're worried about, though. Maybe they're worried he's gonna fucking blow the top off the whole thing. Maybe he figures he's got enough money to survive if he brings the rest of them down. I don't know. Just speculating at this point, but
definitely all speculation.
It's what I do best.
Dick, who you voting for 2024?
I'm not voting. I'm coming down to your house and hanging out.
Liar. We can hang out down here, though.
Whoever they choose to be the best 80-year-old man that, whoever they give us a choice of.
Let's see.
Yeah, there should be, like, I get you have to be, 40 or something, but you should have to be under a certain age, too.
2024, I will be 38 years old, and I will have never voted.
Mrs. Key Sweater would be so unhappy with you.
That's fine. Merlin rolling over.
You sure do have a strong opinion for never voting.
No shit.
Oh, I'll just lose my opinion then. It's basically I don't even live in this country, so I'll just get ready for when the white knights of the Ku Klux Klan come in to take over this whole thing when the South rises again.
Oh, Jesus. Did you watch that?
ready.
Did you watch that video I sent the
I
other
watch
day?
all sorts of goddamn videos.
The
What
one
are
I
you
sent
talking
you
about?
though about the guy. He's on that podcast. And he's talking about how the Confederacy is not doing well. He's like,
I thought they were getting ready to rise.
he's like everywhere you see where that flag is being flown, he's like it's on a busted ass truck, and flying in front of a trailer somewhere. He's like,
Or in your garage.
yeah, he's like the Confederacy is not doing well. Like, which there's some truth to that. I just think that I do think though that if the people of the South took a survey, an anonymous survey, hell, they probably wouldn't even care if it was anonymous.
Listen. At this point in time, that's what I was saying. Like your guys' argument. If you want to leave what's currently happening and has been happening, let's say for the last 8 to 10 years, fuck yeah, I would be on board with that. But what are you gonna do moving forward? You're not gonna do anything because you can't get enough fucking people that want to agree to one thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem. Is
Their idea of independence is so wildly fucking different from one side to the next.
no, the problem is this: that people think in order to agree on one thing, you have to agree on everything, and that is not the truth. You know,
No,
everyone
that's
is
what the outsides think.
right. Everyone is everything's so divided because people do not understand that we can agree to disagree on certain things. It's perfectly fine if you have a handful of things that you're going to stand firm on, but you have to have the awareness and the emotional intelligence to understand that it's okay if people feel a different way. I mean, I get if you're hardline like about abortion or some of that stuff, like, and hey, this is how I feel, this is what I believe, that's perfectly fine. And if you really have a strong opinion about those who are in favor of it, that's okay too. But to just judge a person off of that one single thing and to like alien, you guys might agree on literally everything else. Like, are you going to let that one thing stand in the way of maybe a friendship or whatever it could be? Like, that one single thing? That's what kills me, is there's just no awareness at all.
I allow you in this house.
I'm aware. You allow me to punch in the garage code. You might have changed that soon. But no, that's.
I don't know.
I just think, like I said, to agree, you got to agree on everything, and that's just not. No one's going to agree on everything, right, Dick?
Right, Dick?
I agree, but I also think that a lot of people tend to change their views based on who they follow and how it benefits them.
So you agree, but you disagree.
Yeah, well, I agree that we're not going to agree on everything.
Yeah.
I disagree. Wholeheartedly.
Dick, you're more of a fence sitter than I am. I mean, I thought I was a fence sitter, but you, sir, are a fence sitter.
What are you saying, like dog ear fence, round pole fence? What's my guy sitting on?
Probably wrought iron.
Wrought iron. He could keep
sure.
through that, no problem.
Like the one they got down there by Big Al's, where instead of like the spikes, it's like a
Knob.
9 iron. Like it is. It's like golf clubs. You ever notice
No,
that?
it isn't.
Yeah, look.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's a fence by the bus station in Big Al. It literally, I know. I mean, it's like golf clubs. It looks like it's like a 9 iron, whatever. I swear to God, check it out next time you're down.
You
there.
could handle that?
Oops.
You could take a pitching wedge?
What'd you say, Dick?
I said, yeah, it is golf clubs, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, I mean, everybody's somewhat on the fence.
He knows exactly it's golf
Yeah.
clubs. That's
Well,
the best
okay,
part.
you're right about that. I will agree
Because-
that any.
Because if you listen to the media, they want you to believe either that abortion is going to be all the way abolished or all the way legal. And really what it's going to come down to is it's going to be somewhere in the middle. It's going to be somewhat
Like where it
illegal
is
in
right
some
now.
cases. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
most
always-
things are better off being somewhere in the middle more often than not.
And that's exactly what they are. They're never going to take away all your guns. They're never going to make it to where you can, own tanks, but it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
What if you could own tanks? There's probably some. I don't know. The government probably has tabs on these people, but I would imagine there might be a few out there that
I slept with a couple tanks.
Oh,
But if you live your entire life thinking that you're somehow gonna change the world and you're gonna either completely abolish something or make it completely legal, then I feel like you lived a wasted life.
Yeah, I mean, because more often than not, legal, illegal, it's pretty easy to just live your life the way you want to live it.
Illegal's a lot more fun.
You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of people that spend the majority of their day doing illegal shit, and they'll do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So,
you had me at hello. What are you talking about?
Just in general, I mean, the
funny part is most of the
people act so like they're so fucking oppressed or whatever, and that's
most
just
of
not
the people
the case.
that create laws in this country live illegal day to day.
Oh, I agree. I 1,000% agree.
So I don't know. That's kind of always been my big stance with government. That's why I'm not really that involved.
Maybe we're idiots for not becoming
politicians,
governors.
Well, guys, this podcast is over. You go brush up on my arithmetic.
You don't have to be smart to be a politician. We've seen that time and time again.
Recently, a lot.
It's been embraced a lot more as of late.
Well, and probably because those who really are in power, the power brokers and the people with money, they don't want critical thinkers. They want puppets who they can control, which is not Ryan.
Which is not Trey Gowdy like that.
But I'm saying that would not be you. You wouldn't last long in politics because you wouldn't play ball.
Making eye contact with Dick, see if he says anything about Trey Gowdy.
Is that the guy that's on Fox News on Sundays?
Yeah, he probably is now. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Yeah, I think you could catch him in the afternoon on Fox News on Sunday.
Him and Wolf Blitzer. He got pushed to Sundays? Damn. Sorry, guy. He's going to be an attorney soon.
Is Wolf Blitzer on Fox News?
No.
Tell us, Dick. CNN guy?
Yeah, Wolf Blitzer's a CNN guy.
Oh, fuck.
See, I didn't think so.
He's trading. They're just like NASCAR, man. They just trade sponsors. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Well, do we chalk this up to another one in the books?
Boner alert.
On and be fine. Be fine. That'd be at least a...
Turn the volume down on that and do it one more time.
Stop yelling at me.
On one.
Yeah.
Boner alert.
Yeah. Leave it down
That's
low.
what it is?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, that was up high.
Okay.
So we got a couple stragglers out there listening. I wonder who they are. Who are these? Reveal yourselves, listeners, viewers.
Oh, you just picked one up. All you gotta do is start talking about
There
it.
we go.
Oh, you know
Reveal
what?
yourselves.
Honestly, guys, I'm probably one of them because in order to see the comments, I pulled it up on my Facebook. So
Fantastic.
shoot.
All three of us are probably the
It'll
only ones
never
watching.
go to zero.
I just cut in, yeah.
So
You're coming in remote every week now, Dick. Fuck it.
It was bugging me not being able to see the comments or how many people were in there.
That's okay. Most people probably don't want to admit they listen to our podcast or listen to this. We're probably people's guilty pleasure. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Number one fan.
Oh, I
Number
knew
two
that.
fan. Paul's the number one fan. She could
Great.
be number two.
bring all the beer. Bring all the beer.
I knew that she was quietly sitting there listening.
She was hoping to see you cleaning that house a little bit.
That's what she's looking over the background to see if what kind of condition the house is in.
Yeah. Trying to see them windows are clean.
Yeah.
You don't look like no French maid.
Making sure nobody walks around in the background.
Yeah. Probably.
Well, Big Nell's still in there for the long run.
Yeah, boy, Big Nell. I'll have to bring you in to talk about fighting two wars.
Might as well. Ooh. Better start mopping, Dick.
You mean moping?
Yes.
Moping be fine too, though.
That's, wait. I mean, you've never seen him moping? Because pretty
Saturday,
sure we...
Saturday morning. he didn't get those American fries.
Did you go to breakfast by yourself?
Way earlier than you guys texted me. I was already gone.
No, you.
We didn't
Whatever-
wake up till like 9
whatever
o'clock. Well, I
Ryan-
didn't wake up till like 9 o'clock.
After Ryan told me that he wasn't on the same schedule, I'm like, well, I'm going to go. I was up early. There wasn't no sitting around. I had a feeling you guys were under the weather.
No, not really. I mean, we just stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's really all. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I kind of
Just had to
figured
get the time in.
I didn't hear from you for 2 hours, so I figured, I'm not going to.
no, I mean, I felt all right. I said just late night.
Yeah.
So it's solved. We definitely see him moping. Been solved.
Yeah.
And then you didn't want to hang out with us after that. You were just over it. You didn't want to come watch the 1992 Royal Rumble.
Then I decided that I had to be productive. I cleaned my garage. Saturday and Sunday, I cleaned my garage. I guess you guys could have came over and helped.
Who is that? Who is that nice young woman that was helping you when I drove by?
Oh, it was just some girl I picked up at Home Depot. She said she needed a work for money work for money. she said, we'll work for money. I said, come on.
Come on with it.
Yeah, clean my garage. Isn't that joke you talked about at the
Yeah,
Royce
Royce Elliott. $50. Paint my fucking house.
Yeah, you keep the blowjob, but just paint the house.
I'll do anything you want for $50.
Okay. Got some dishes you could do.
Oh, now my mom's on, so I got to get off.
Bye, Brenda. Adios, amigos.
It's nice knowing everybody. See you later. No, I'm
that
getting out of
was,
here anyway. At 103, you guys were wrapping it up as it goes anyway.
Well, yeah, but then just, we had
technical
the
difficulties.
listeners got involved, and we had to see what everyone had to say.
Touche. I hope she cleaned up too. As long as they clean up after themselves, I'm okay with it. Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, your thing has lost its wrinkles.
A little bit. They can't see that. Stop telling them.
Did you guys get those covers?
Yeah, I had them shipped here.
He wasn't talking about the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
You said my thing has lost its wrinkles.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. I'm nervous if we put one on yours, we won't hear you.
I think I'm just going to stay right here. Just stick with this.
Oh, see how you are. He's so worried about the COVID. We could have got him.
I told you.
You're quarantining.
I got to get on a plane.
They'll let you fly back, I promise. This won't be like Mexico.
They don't test you there.
No, I wouldn't get tested, but, what if I get sick?
You got a better chance of getting sick on that plane.
I'm too fat to take a chance.
Oh, you're just right.
No,
You're
that's
plump.
all right.
Ripe for the picking.
You're okay.
Getting ready to take you to market.
Your health is a much lesser risk in a tin can with 200 strangers.
I don't even think they make you wear a mask on planes anymore, do they?
They do not.
Yeah,
Nope. It's fantastic.
What's it like to be a real American again?
No, but you can wear one alone in your car if you'd like, while driving to the airport.
See, she said no.
Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. You guys are vaccinated. You'll be fine.
That's her birthday.
Fine.
No germs while walking barefoot through TSA.
Oh gosh, Brad, you're on a roll.
Just don't put
What?
your foot
I'm
in
just
your mouth.
saying. I'm just saying that if we're gonna be anti-germ, let's be anti-germ.
No, I agree. If you're going to tell me I don't have to take off my shoes to go through TSA, I'm completely fine with that.
But we're gonna have to come hose you down before you head out of town, there, Dick. So you're nice and clean for the birthday girl.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Got a pressure washer?
Yeah, we'll hit that undercarriage the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll get out of here. Everybody have a
Anything
good
left
night.
over there?
Adios.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. We can't do it like that.
Find a scotch. Isle of Scotch, a little Lefroy. Just a little swaller there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Good night, everybody.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting